second round. It's the Jeopardy round. Just feel it. Don't you feel it? Thank you. All right, so. All right, yeah, okay, pretty good, huh? All right, so I know that the panelists can't see it. That's one of the problems with the setup. Okay, there are three categories. One is the exchange. Two is eligibility and benefits. And three is pre-authorizations. Those are the three categories. Under that, you can pick it for 100, 200, 300. For the eligibility and benefits, 100 to 500, 100 to 400. And for pre-authorizations, 100 to 500. Okay? Now, you don't have to go in order. There's a certain increasing risk level. You could live on the edge. You could go right for the 500s. It's totally up to you. Okay? So, same process. They will pick a category and a number. I will flip that over. I will read the question. If there's any background, I'll try to give it, and they will be able to answer the question. Since it's not a lightning round, this one they'll have a minute, and then 15 seconds additional if they need to answer it. Okay? So, who has number one? Who has the ace? Okay. So, you get to pick a category and an amount.
Oh, I'll live dangerously and take the exchange for 500.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, the audience
Is it in
likes
there?
that. He's living on the edge. The good news is that one only goes to 300.
Okay, then 300.
Okay, so the exchange for 300. Okay. Will the bumps along the road for the first few months with the exchange affect the timely factor for getting paid, or will there be a forgiveness period?
Can I trade that for question one? No, I will answer that question. Generally, I believe Group Health would say that our normal timely filing limit of 12 months would accommodate that kind of bump, whatever it might be. I also say that because the Group Health products offered in the exchange are our standard HMO products, 3 levels, gold, silver, bronze. But I don't anticipate, there is no different claims processing for those than would be for a normal Group Health, what has affectionately come to be known as a green card plan, the HMO plan.
Okay. Now, this is, in the Jeopardy round, it's optional. Anybody can answer that if they choose to answer it or not. So a pass should not be levied against them as you vote for the grand prize. Okay? Because in some cases, the person that fulfilled the answer the first time might be the absolute adequate answer for the next person. So I will merely go through, ask if they want to add anything, or stop. Elizabeth.
I'll pass.
No special process, same thing.
Okay?
Pass. Same thing, the 12 months, and then I would just add that we follow the clean claims law, so we would pay any interest on any claims that might take a little longer to process.
Okay. So Andrew has been sitting up here.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
Vanna, is Vanna in the audience? All right, most of the questions have gone for health plans. However, during the Jeopardy round, if Andrew wants to comment on anything, I'll give him the opportunity.
No comment on this.
Okay.
But I'm just glad that you're not Richard Dawson and this isn't Family Feud.
Yeah, you don't want to kiss.
Okay. Who has number 2? Okay. You get a category and an amount.
I'll take pre-authorizations for, was it 400?
Ooh, pre-authorizations for 400.
Oh, no, 500. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see that.
All right, pre-authorizations for 500?
Sure.
Okay. We have doctors ordering urgent, emergent CT and MRI frequently. We are not doctors, so we do not like to say no. Yet, frequently we find that certain insurance companies in particular might not feel that the procedure is urgent. How do you recommend we handle these situations? I can give you no background on that question.
It's a great question. We use AIM for our advanced imaging services, and You can call or go online and get an authorization number pretty immediately. So if you know that same day, you can go out there that same day. We do have up to 2 business days to go out and get an authorization for that if it's retroactively.
Kendra?
First Choice Health Med Management does not require prior auth on CAT scans or MRI scans.
Okay.
Primera utilizes AIM as well.
For Cigna, we use MSI, so there's some information on the business simplification link on One Health Board.
And Group Health has, as many of you probably know, an algorithm already built into our prior authorization program on our provider website. And I would also just mention, although I could not recite the definition offhand, that the WAC definition of urgent would be applicable here.
Okay, 3 different things came up that you may not be familiar with. One is the issue of WAC. WAC is the Washington Administrative Code. That is actually written into law, and that has some time frame requirements for certain things, and I think that's what Brian was referring to. So the WAC, which is, you know, on the OIC website. No, it's
On the WAC? It's a WAC website.
It's actually a WAC website. So that will contain that types of information. The other thing that came up was AIM. Okay? So for those that don't know what AIM is, both Primera and Regents use AIM as the company that actually does their pre-auth for advanced imaging. So what they were saying is you can find their particular requirements on that website. Cigna uses MSI, which is Med Solutions. So I think both Cigna and Aetna use MSI, which is just a different company that does the same thing that AIM does. So you can go out to their website and find this information. So basically the way that this question was answered, that if you struggle with if it's required, what do I do, how do I go about, you can actually go out and find this information on the website. Okay, who has question 3?
You do.
Okay, Elizabeth, category and amount.
I'll do eligibility and benefit for 500, please.
Okay, it only goes for 400?
400.
Okay. I've had to get another sign-on for Availity. Will my OHP log-on still work for Regents? Okay, so Elizabeth, do you want to answer that question, or do you want to pass it to a colleague?
I'll pass it to Regent.
Okay.
So yes, your One Health Port login for Regents will still work. Right now, you do have to sign into Availity separately, but that connection through One Health Port will be available in January 2014, so you will not have to sign into a separate Availity login. So starting January of next year, you'll be able to go through One Health Port and take you directly into the Regents portal, or the Availity portal, excuse me.
Okay. Would anybody else like to have further comment on that discussion? Okay, good. Let's go. Continue. Okay, who had the next question?
Is that
I have
5?
4 too.
I think it's 4.
Four?
4.
Oh.
Yeah, I also have I have 4.
Okay, 2 in a row. Elizabeth.
So I'll do eligibility and benefit for 300, please.
A wild card! Exciting. Isn't that exciting? Okay. Now, this is very, very, very risky. Now, Elizabeth has the opportunity to pass right now onto her colleague to the left, and that's where it sticks, or she can choose to answer this question. She doesn't know what the question is when she does that. Now, once the question is asked, she can use a lifeline at that point in time, but she has to make a determination right now whether she's going to pass it to her left or keep the question.
I'll keep the question.
Keep the question. Okay, the wild card comes from the audience. Okay? So one lucky audience member gets to ask a question related to this category. So it has to be in this category. Anybody want to ask a question of Elizabeth for this category, which is eligibility and benefits? Okay, there's a couple of questions.
In relation to exclusions, when you're doing a benefit check, is there a button, or will there ever be a button on just clicking like, this is not covered?
And Elizabeth, when you answer, I think the voice tone is a very operative word here.
Yes, right now, what we have is that we have a set of benefits that's available. If for some reason that particular member or employer group has not purchased that benefit, but it's one of the benefits that we need to have on our website, it will say not covered. Another thing is that, for example, if we have, I'll use acupuncture. If acupuncture is one of the ones that is going to be added, and if for some reason it's only for that particular member, it will say not covered, and then if there's a specific one within that specialty that is covered, it will also say covered. So there would be details. That is on our enhancement list. We're looking at adding that sometime next year.
Group Health, you want to respond to anything on that?
Well, Group Health does not have a button, but that's a great idea. And I would say, so today, the way you would determine that is generally either through the prior auth process. When you went to pre-approve something, it would tell you if it was not covered. Or we also list the certificate of coverage for the individual member on the website in a PDF form that is clickable. I think it's on the membership and eligibility page. And you can, yes, again, it's a PDF. You have to scroll through it for the exclusions categories, but that is there today. So a button is a better idea.
Primera, want to respond?
Sure. When you're requesting prior auth, it will state if it's a covered benefit or not.
Our medical management does not currently have that, but I'd like to get your name and number to maybe have you do a voiceover on our web if we can do that in the future.
She scored points there, don't you think?
Regents does not have a button, but I think that's a great idea. We do have the benefit booklets, like similar to Group Health, in a PDF where you can search for the exclusions in the booklet.
Okay, so let's go to the next question. Who has a?
5.
Yeah. Yeah, 5.
How about pre-authorizations for 400?
Okay, pre-authorizations for 400. What enhancements, changes has your plan made or is in the process of making to the pre-auth website, the pre-auth capability on your website? So current or future changes to the pre-auth website.
So Regents right now, we are primarily focusing on getting our provider center transitioned over to Availity, but we do have plans in the future to have the pre-auth capability on our Availity portal. But you can request pre-authorization on our public provider website currently, so you can do that. And then the lady from Primera was mentioning how in January of next year, the Blue Cross Blue Shield Association will have the functionality available for you to go through our portal to get to other Blue Plan provider portals to do pre-authorization requests for other Blue Plans for other Blue members.
So I think that was a real important question from the audience before about being able to move to Blue Plan, and I think they're saying that that's coming up. Kendra, any comments?
They're looking to have auto auth in 2015, our medical management department.
So Primera just rolled out prior auth it's September 1st, so we enhanced our prospective review tool, and we continue to make enhancements that Stephanie just went over.
For Cigna, as far as enhancement is concerned, on a quarterly basis, we update the list of services that gets automatically approved, and then sometime in 2014, we're adding the former Cigna Great West, wherein you'll be able to submit online pre-cert. Right now, for those members, you have to call.
And Group Health.
And Group Health isn't planning any specific ACA enhancements to our prior authorization module, but it's pretty robust now and applicable for all Group Health members.
Okay. Is it 6, I think? You're getting a lot of cards. Okay, choose a category.
I'll get pre-auth for 300.
Pre-auth for 300. What changes has your plan made to the pre-auth processes practices due to ACA? And do you anticipate your pre-auth policies changing for alternative care services such as massage, acupuncture, and chiropractic? Wonder if that was submitted by the same person. Okay, Elizabeth.
So for now, there's not going to be any changes to the pre-auth process. Even with ACA, we will go ahead and follow the regular process that we have for pre-auth.
Group health?
That would be the same for group health.
Same, no changes, and you can find our list on our website. Please use the website.
No changes.
Regents has had a lot of changes this year, not necessarily in connection with the ACA, but we did make a change that elective inpatient admissions do require prior authorization, and that started in July. We also required in August that we need the discharge notification information, and then starting November 1st, we have our new physical medicine program that will require pre-authorization for massage, chiro, acupuncture, PT, OT, and ST.
Okay, one thing that I think that the health plans are probably encouraging is the active use of their websites. A lot of this business is carried on currently by phone or not done at all. And I know that the health plans have made great strides in improving their pre-auth capability. So I would really encourage everybody to go out and take a look at the websites. I know that Premera just finished a major renovation of their website. Providers who go through the validation have reviewed that extremely favorably, and that's why they were invited in the set the bar on that. So I would also echo, I think you'll find a lot of advantages to using the website over not calling, and not doing it at all. Okay, I think we have time for one more question. So who has the?
7?
7.
Lucky 7.
Lucky, okay. Okay,
I'll go pre-auth. Was it 200s left?
yep.
All right.
Pre-auth for 200. Another wild card. Okay, so question from the audience on pre-auth. Wait, first, do you accept that?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody have a pre-auth question from the audience? Over here, Teresa.
For pre-auths with Regents, is it going to affect with Premera how the Blue Card program works? So if we have people that are Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois and they get paid through Regents, but we check through Premera and all of that, how does the pre-authorizations work between the two of you guys?
So you still need to get the pre-auth through us. Good question. Fabulous question.
She
Yes.
is a suck-up, isn't she? Regis, do you want to respond to that?
Well, if it's an out-of-area Blue member, we don't do any of the pre-authorization. It would go directly to that particular home plan, whatever Blue plan their card is issued from. So I don't know, that's a little different than your response.
It would be the home plan, but if it's a claim just coming over to us, we're just pricing it. So if it's actually a member, they're going somewhere else. If we own the member, prior auth comes through us.
I'm sorry, if you have a Blue Cross member of Illinois and they need occupational therapy, we check on your website to see what their eligibility is.
No, because the home plan is Illinois, correct? Is that what
Okay,
you're saying?
so the time is up, and you can bring that to the booth afterwards.
please do.
Yeah, all the questions are open for the booth. All right, so before we conclude, we need to determine the grand prize winner. So what I want to do is for each person, I want to be able to give them some level of applause, and we'll judge of the loudest applause. That will get the grand prize of a box of Franz chocolate truffles. Okay, so
At least I didn't say anything too stupid.
I think you're going to win.
all right, thank you. It's now break, and then Rick will convene in 15 minutes.